This week coming up, COP29 is happening and I'm there. So given the outcome of the US election, given what's happening globally, COP29 this year it's a blank canvas. It's a place where we have the resolution on some of these big global topics, but we don't yet have what comes next. So I'm going to COP29 for a balanced climate and a thriving human civilization. A lot of people this year and last year have criticized COP for fossil fuels having a huge representation at the conference, and they do. That's exactly why I'm going, because if I'm not there, all that's going to be there is the fossil fuel conversation. And at best, all that's going to be there is the let's reduce fossil fuels. That was the outcome last year from COP28, the agreement around the aiming to reduce fossil fuel emissions. But reducing is not a path to a stable climate. There's overwhelming scientific consensus that we have to reduce emissions and remove carbon dioxide to have a stable climate. So I'm going there, and our community are going to be there to represent that carbon removal is needed alongside targets for decarbonization. It's still go time. The science is still happening. It's the hottest year on record. The Bipartisan Infrastructure Act is still happening, providing more than $3.5 billion, mostly for direct air capture, but also for other methods of carbon removal, like biochar, enhanced rock weathering, and ocean-based carbon removal. Elon Musk's $100 million Carbon Removal X Prize is still happening, with finalists set to be announced in April this coming year. $180 for carbon sequestration in the USA from the bipartisan 45Q tax credit is still happening. DAC hubs are still happening in Louisiana, Texas, Arizona, California. Growing international leadership is still happening. The EU and Japan are continuing to show leadership. Japan just added carbon removals to their national emissions market, and that's set to be a compliance market, a required market in 2026. That's all context as we're going into COP29 to set the course for decarbonization and removals. So use these points in your conversations, whether you're at COP, whether you're hosting one of the AirMiners mini COP dinners, or whether you're talking with colleagues, investors, partners, your family. You can even hit forward on this message and share it with them. It's still go time, and I'll see many of you at COP29.